before you know it.
Yep, now they hear the dogs up here barking crazy. Well, look at her. Oh, they're going to have me a drink, but I'm going to lay in it.
Hey.
Well, that's okay. That's what it's for, girl. That's why we got the extra large short stock paints. Lacey's like, my turn. He's like, if she can do it, I can do it. And he's like, nope, she already got it dirty. I ain't getting in there. Well, good morning. Good morning. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. So we just had some exciting stuff happen here on the farm. So we got a nice, cool fall morning, I guess you might say. It was like 52 degrees here, and we're not quite into the fall time yet, but it is right around the corner. And we try to take advantage of these nice, cool, brisk fall temperatures when we still got summer stuff to do. And later on today, we're going to be butchering all the meat chickens. But going back to what's happening right now is we got these nice temperatures. So when Rachel and I woke up this morning, of course, we're going to open up the windows to the house. Well, when we got the windows to the house opened up, you can hear everything outside. And one of the first things I heard this morning is a noise I do not ever like hearing. It was a noise of the chickens going crazy. And let me pan the camera around right here and show you guys. So we just did a video, I think yesterday, talking about Betty and her kids. And as you can see right there, that's Betty in the front. And 4 kids now. In yesterday's video, she had 5. So that's not good. And this morning, we had the windows open. I heard all this commotion going on, and then I heard some leaves ruffling and stuff. Well, what had happened is a coyote come and took one of Betty's kids, one of the chickens. Mojo got up and ran over here. Nothing he could do because Betty always takes her kids way over there in the woods on the other side of the property, and our dogs does not leave our fence. So there was nothing he could do. He could just bark. I grabbed what I thought I could get to take care of them, but the weeds and everything's so tall I could barely even see it. I didn't have time to dispose of it, you might say. And that leads me to my next topic. So everyone always says when we post these videos of our guard dogs doing something cool or the coyotes attacking or something, everybody's always saying, how come you're filming this instead of whatever, helping them? Well, if we were not filming it, we would never be able to show it. Just like now, I'm just telling you about it. I wasn't able to film it because the first thing I did is grab my my loud toy, you might say, and ran out here, and I didn't grab the camera. So sometimes you gotta pick or choose. You can't do both, and it is what it is. The emus, they were going crazy. They heard all the commotion going on. Betty actually flew up higher than these trees. Like, I've never seen any chickens other than these bannies fly like this. She flew up in the tree and flew all the way over here, and then she ran back over towards the fence line trying to call her other kids. And by the time I get out here, I walk out to the fence line and I draw it down waiting for it to pop out, which it never did. All the rest of her babies, the 4 of them, were up in the trees just squawking and making a loud noise. Luckily, these little bannies are very flighty. They're, you know, they're kind of like game birds, and they can fly a little bit. They can fly short distances. They can fly up in the trees, and they're a lot more hardier than what you say, these like these barred rock laying hens. These are bigger style chickens. They're not going to be able to get away from the predators quite as easy as the bannies are. But in this instance, I guess the coyote stalked them and used those high weeds over there for an advantage point. And Betty was outside of our fence line, so one of her kids was breakfast, I guess you might say. And I got an emu grabbing the camera. Yoshi, don't do that. What are you doing? Hey, Yo-Yo. Yoshi. Alright. So, got home from the fair last night. We got Millie out. Everybody was happy. And the ducks were happy to get home. And then Boris and all the birds we took to the county fair. The geese were going crazy. We got some reels we posted on Facebook of that. The geese were going absolutely crazy when Millie got back. They just couldn't stand her being gone. And then whenever she got back home, everybody was just so loud and happy to see Millie. So here in a little bit, I'm gonna start setting up our processing station to get rid of these meat birds. They're still over there. We did not feed them last night, so they're gonna have empty stomachs by the time we start to process them today. I do have some stuff I want to show you when I get all the stuff set up for the processing station. I'll kind of record some of this and talk about what we're going to be doing. My parents are coming over to help today. I'm probably not going to film much of the processing procedure. Most people know how to butcher a chicken, and if you don't, there's tons of videos online, and we're kind of limited on what we can show without Facebook and YouTube getting upset with us on our videos. So I'll show you guys some of the stuff. I want to show you guys a piece of equipment that we got that is going to make this a lot easier. So stay tuned, and here in a little bit we'll come out here and we'll start getting set up, and I'll show you guys just what we're going to do. So I see you found your cool spot again. How's it feel in the dirt? So whenever Mojo starts getting hot, he always comes back here to the north side of the house and he scratches the dirt around a little bit and makes him a cool spot to lay. We got a nice breeze, and it's a weird thing because he is normally on the south side of the house with the goats, but since we got this cool front coming in, he's been laying on the north side of the house because dogs are just smart creatures. He knows where the breeze is blowing, and especially like out of the north. That's why it's cool. So anyways, just a little bit of that. So I am coming out here today. Had to burn some Amazon boxes. We had a few orders come in. We always burn our boxes, so don't mind that. But today we are setting up. I'm coming out now. I'm gonna start setting up for our meat bird processing setup. And one of the things I want to show you is this awesome piece of equipment. And I want to say this video is sponsored by Yardbird Chicken Pluckers. Look at this, guys. This is a game changer. Even if you only do this once a year, even if you raise chickens and you do 2 or 3 a year, something like, a lot of people like to raise the egg layer chickens, and then once they get to be about 3 or 4 years old, they retire, they quit laying, and then they're just consuming a lot of feed. And if you don't like yard decorations, a lot of people will go ahead and butcher them. Well, if you don't like hand plucking chickens, which I do not like doing it, I've done my fair share of it, it's not fun, get you one of these Yardbird pluckers, and it takes all the work out of it. And I'm probably not going to demonstrate how this thing works with a real live chicken. I will show you the before and after, but what I'm doing right now is I'm going to go ahead and hook this up to the water hose, hook it up to electric, and get this thing set up to where we can start processing these chickens. I'm going to get my table set up and get all my knives, all that good stuff. I've already got ice in the freezer. I got my big cooler, and what we'll do is we will process the chickens. I've got to get my propane tank out, my fish cooker, get some boiling water. And the first time Rachel and I ever butchered some chickens, we had some dumb roosters, and they were young roosters. Look at this. I was going to show you the mama and the babies. But anyways, we butchered a couple chickens and we just stuck them right in the freezer. I think we kept one in the fridge, and then like the next day we tried to cook it. It was tougher than boot. Every one of them was tougher than boots. When you process these chickens, if you do not let them set in a cooler or refrigerator for a couple days and let rigor mortis or whatever set in and do its thing, that is where they become tender. Now, the last batch of chickens we did 2 years ago, we stuck them in the cooler for 3 days, and then we bagged them and froze them. Every one we ate was just moist and tender and was awesome. But if you don't do that, it's not very pleasing. So we're probably gonna be butchering any of these chickens today. These are little chicken nuggets. All right, Mama, you're doing a good job raising your babies. So anyways, I'm gonna start dragging everything out of the shop, getting everything set up, and then later this evening, when my parents get here, we will start the process and get rid of these meat birds, and then we won't have to feed them no more. So you can raise these meat birds for 8 weeks, order them as little bitty chicks. They're like less than $2 a piece, and then you can feed them for a couple hundred, maybe $120 worth of feed for 8 weeks. And then you got a freezer full of chicken. We have enough chicken now, we will after we process them, where we can have chicken once every 2 weeks for the whole year. And one of these chickens is not your regular size chicken that you go to the store and buy. So cooking one size, full chicken of these size, I mean, is like good enough for 2 meals. And you can do chicken stock, you can do all kinds of stuff. We're gonna be bagging them whole. We don't usually quarter them up or anything like that. We just bag them whole and then freeze them. And then whether we make baked chicken or we dice them up and just barbecue them, smoke them on the grill, or Rachel will bake them whole, or make chicken and dumplings or chicken noodle soup, whatever. There's nothing that beats homegrown, any kind of farm animal, beef, pork, goat, chickens, all of it. You can't buy this stuff at the store, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna get set up, and I'll show you guys after I get everything out of the shop and set up. Okay, so I'm getting everything set up, and right now I want to show you guys how this Yardbird chicken plucker works. Got the electric hooked up, water hooked up, and you see the only thing that really moves is a plate down there on the bottom. And then it has this plug right here. You can control it all this. This is all waterproof. Everything to do with this motor, everything else you can see, everything's covered. It's all safe to be around water. So I've got the water on still, but the way it works, guys, is it's got these little fingers all the way around it. Throw your chicken in here and it just spins. This right here just spins. And as it's spinning, all these little ribs on these fingers grab the feathers and just pull them right off. And then the feathers kind of fall down in the bottom. And what you'll have is you'll have a bucket or something sitting right here, and it will keep you from making a big mess because all the feathers coming off this hole right here falls in there, and then it helps clean up a lot. But this thing is awesome. I've actually used one time. The last time we did it, we borrowed Dutch's. He has a Yardbird plucker, and it worked awesome. It saves so much time. It cuts off hours and hours of having to hand pluck those chickens, and it always works. I know a lot of people have borrowed his, and that thing has worked year after year every time we use it. They're really good brand. They stand behind their stuff, so if you have a problem with it, their customer service is top notch. And I want to say thank you to Yardbird because they actually sent us this plucker to try out and put on this video, and so can't talk enough good about them. So you ready for this?
Yes, and also Yardbird was one of our sponsors at the Okie Homesteading Expo, and they sent one of these to give away. So that was fantastic last year. So like Kevin said, we can't thank you all enough. They're an awesome company.
Yep. So Yardbird, thank you so much. And if you guys are on the you know, on the fence about getting a Yardbird plucker or any kind of plucker, now there might be some out there that is you know, really cheap and stuff, but the quality is not there. I promise you that. I've read a lot of reviews, and the Yardbird plucker is the way to go. And I was gonna say something else, and now I can't remember.
I'm gonna tell you, these girls are off limits.
Well, they're sticking around, and I told you if they go in the shop again, they're in trouble.
My girls are off limits.
All right, so
better get out.
So some of the setup I got right now, I got the table right here. I got to wash it down. Got a trash can. That's where all the innards and stuff that we're not going to be using will go. And then the cage that the kids are going to be responsible for. I got the what do you want to call this? The boomer schooner?
I don't know about that.
So I got the wagon with the cage in it. The kids are going to be hauling the chickens back and forth, and then we'll figure out all our jobs. I think Rachel's going to be the one getting the innards out. How about that?
I don't care.
No. So I know people's going to ask, what are you going to do with the stuff that, you know, you don't eat every day? Well, what do you not eat every day? So the only thing I don't eat would be like the intestines and maybe some of the other stuff. I like to eat the hearts. I like to eat the livers. I've never really eat chicken's feet. I like pickled pig's feet, but I don't think we're going to keep the chicken's feet. I think what we're going to do is, I just seen Country View Acres just did a video of them butchering chickens, and he gave me a great idea. He dehydrated his feet, his hearts, and I think even the liver, which I'm not sure. I might keep the liver for myself because Rachel knows I love chicken livers. I love all kind of liver. Deer liver, beef liver, liver and onions. You can't beat it.
I don't touch it.
So whatever we don't use, the hearts and the feet for sure. We'll dehydrate and make dog treats because everybody knows the dogs deserve it.
Yeah.
Look.
See, he knows. He's like,
He's giving me those puppy dog eyes. Look at this.
I done gave everybody treats just now.
Yeah, I know. Mojo, I see your puppy dog eyes. He's like, did you say treats, Dad? Alright, chickens, this probably isn't the best place to be this evening, but... So, I gave Rachel the bad news. She was over at her mom's helping her out this morning, and then when she got home, I told her what happened with the coyote and Betty's child.
Sad.
And it was one of the prettier ones, and one of the colors we didn't have. We already got black chickens and white Manny roosters, and we had some that were like a tan color of the bannies. We never had any, or like a cream color, and that was one of them that is gone now. So
Betty works so hard. She's such a good mama, but that has been always something that we've been so afraid of is her. She tends to go to the woods, and we know if we really wanted to, we could cage them and put them in pens. But
what kind of life is that?
That's just not what we're not saying that's wrong, but that's not what we like to do.
Look at Mr. Show Off. He said, "While the camera's out, get this, Dad. I can scratch my own back." He said, "You get that?" Yeah, we see you, Mo.
He's got to come inspect.
He said, "I gotta inspect this. You're gonna be butchering my chickens I've been guarding for 8 weeks. Well, come on over. I'll get you a treat tonight." I'm sure we can sacrifice a heart or a chicken neck or something like that.
Oh, they love deer season.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken processing day. The dogs love it.
Come on over here, Inspector. We don't have none yet. He's already licking his lips.
What are you doing?
I remember the last time we did this, he stood around and he got plenty of good fresh treats.
He's a good boy.
But the dogs deserve it. So
yes, they deserve it. They are wonderful.
I hear someone. Not Skeeter. All the dogs are barking at something.
Yeah.
I hear Leesky way back there, and
I do
Cora's right
too.
behind the building. What is it, Cora?
He's right here.
Come on. What is it?
What's funny is the
Hope them
goats.
coyotes ain't coming back.
Watch. The goats.
Yep.
See, Tawny?
Yep.
Look how alert she is. She's listening for her leader, which is Leesky.
Leesky's way back here. What is it? Leesky's got something back at the back. Might be that coyote. Leesky! Come on, boy!
See? Look at the goats.
Yep. He's telling them, get to the barn. Yeah, he's right there. There's something back there and he's keeping them.
Maybe it's a varmint.
It's probably a coyote. The coyotes are getting fed. This cool weather makes them kick into overdrive. They're like, hey, it's starting to get cold. We got to get our babies all fed and all that. And they start hunting hardcore and they start figuring out where all the food is because they know once it gets cold, they're going to have to start hunting a lot more. So, Leesky, good job. So, what they just did is, you seen Cora was right up here by the house. The goats were in the middle and Leesky was way back behind them. And I'm pretty sure those coyotes are making their rounds. Even last night, not real close to the house, but in the distance when I came outside to check everything, them coyotes were just going crazy. Well, look at her. I think I'll have me a drink, but I'm gonna lay in it.
Hey.
Well, that's okay. That's what it's for, girl. That's why we got the extra large short stock paints. At least he's like, my turn. He's like, if she can do it, I can do it. And he's like, nope, she already got it dirty. I ain't getting in there.
He said, I got to get back on duty.
Yep, he's going back on duty.
See how well they work together as a team?
They do, and she's still a puppy, and technically he is too.
She's fantastic. I couldn't be prouder of all of our dogs.
Right, and we need to do a guard dog video, just strictly guard dog video, talking about some things, and I'll save that for another video. But I had some things in mind, so be looking forward to that. So, okay, she got her dip. She's gonna go back on patrol and calm down. He went right back to his herd, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look, so if you were a predator and you see these nice, juicy goats just hanging around this field, you're gonna be stocking up on them, right? But what that predator don't see is the big, mean dog laying right there, just waiting. These guard dogs are smart.
And he blends in with his herd.
And this dog blends in big time. Her brindle color is just awesome camouflage. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off for now. Rachel just told me to be quiet.
I think it is making its rounds around the fence because now I hear the neighbor dogs barking.
Neighbor dogs are barking back there. So
that's
it could
kind
be
of their pattern. You can hear they all kind of work in tandem. You know, even the neighbor dogs who aren't livestock dogs.
They are good alerts for our livestock guardian dogs. If the neighbor dogs start going crazy, it alerts our dogs, and then they're on ready mode, especially at nighttime.
Yeah.
So.
But man, poor Betty. I feel so bad about her.
I know it.
She works so hard, and I'm telling you, those coyotes sneak up. We're close to the heavy wooded area, and they sneak up before you know it.
Yep, now they hear the dogs up here barking. Oh, Leesky's hair on his back standing straight up too. Skeeter's up there with him.
Skeeter said, I already got it under control, guys.
Skeeter's like, guys, why'd you bark? I wanted to surprise them. Leesky said, good job, Skeeter. I could always use your backup. Alright, well.
Aw, he's laying by him.
Yep, he just laid down by Skeeter. Okay, so for real this time, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off right here, and then once we start processing these chickens, I'll probably talk a little bit more about it. Hopefully all these fit in one cooler. They are some big, fat meat birds, so.
And I told Mom and Dad we'd give a couple to them, and your Mom and Dad.
We'll have plenty to share.
We're definitely sharing, because we can't eat all 24 chickens.
No, not even in a year. We eat a lot of chicken, we just don't eat that much chicken. That's a lot of chicken. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're just about ready. I want to show you guys something. So this old stainless steel pot has been in my family for over 40 years. I'm 39, fixing to be 40 in a couple months, and I can remember this grandma using this for as long as I can remember. This thing has been used for a little bit of everything over the years, and somehow I inherited it, and I've kept it for that long, and I use it for everything. I use it for canning vegetables. We use it for scalding the chickens. I use it for boiling deer heads. Back in the day, I remember my grandma cooking stew and stuff like that in it. Big old pot. So that's what we're going to be filling up with water. I got my burner set up here. We'll be getting this up to temperature, and we'll scald the chickens, and that'll help depuck them. It'll help those feathers come right out. But one other thing that is super important anytime you're processing any kind of animal is sharp knives. Now, one thing that this is something I will share with you. My all-time favorite to-go-to knife. Let me get out here in the sunshine if I can. I don't know if I can get in the sun or not. I've set everything up to be in the shade. So this right here is a buck 123. A buck 123. These are old fillet knives, and they don't make them like this anymore. You can't find them. Here's the problem that I have with them. The handle always comes off, but it's still an awesome blade. I need to figure out how to make a new wood handle for it. This is a buck 23. This is a buck 23X, and then I think this is a 23 as well. I've got several of these, but the problem is they're getting worn down because once you sharpen them, this blade gets smaller and smaller over time. But what I got here is I got this Work Sharp automatic knife sharpener, and this thing does awesome. It comes with all these different belts, and you work your way down. It also comes with this guide here. Tells you what kind of knife you're sharpening, the angles, how many draws you need to take on it, which sandpaper to use that it comes with, and it works awesome. And then I got the old trusty whatever you want to call this, meat cleaver is what I call it, but this thing's heavy and it will chop bone, it'll chop everything. So I'm gonna get busy and start sharpening these knives, and everybody should be here pretty quick. So another product that Yardbird carries is this awesome apron. Look at this. This thing is full sleeved. It is waterproof because whenever you are butchering these chickens, you're going to get messy. And with this apron right here, it will keep you dry and keep all the guck off of you. It even has these handy little pockets for storage. Put your knife, all kinds of stuff. So this is going to come in handy today. I know that. All right, so kids are out of school. My parents are on their way. I'm gonna go ahead and get this water warmed up to temperature, and then we got the Boomer Schooner wagon over here with the cage in it. We're gonna go ahead and go get probably 6 or 8 chickens at a time and bring them over and then start the process. All right, we're gonna get, well, how many chickens do you think we can fit in this cage comfortably? 6 or 8 probably. They're pretty big chickens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the water out. The food has been withheld. Here, hold this. They're gonna come at me like crazy when I open this door.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to come out? No. I got you. Here's the first one. All right.
First chicken.
That one volunteered.
Y'all get to catch some chickens. You're like 6 or 8.
Okay.
I'll help y'all. I'll open the gate back and forth. Come on, Caleb.
Move that feeder out of the way from Mom.
Ready?
Just feed it over here by that tree. Yeah, we'll do probably 6 at a time.
Okay. I'll come to you, Caleb.
They're heavy. They're hard to kill when they get that big, aren't they?
Yeah.
Alright, one more. Or actually, get like 2 more. Let's see how many we can fit in there without them being compact. Because even though this is the end for them, we still got to respect them and make them comfortable. And
Comfortable.
All right, comfortable. That's probably enough.
Okay, Caleb,
All right,
get your muscles
let me
ready.
close this. That's the last thing we need to do. All right, Caleb, pull it back over.
Kaya can do the empty wagon because it's lighter, and you can do the loaded wagon. How about that?
That'll work. Use your muscles.
Good football player workout.
Alright guys, so it's time to get started and get busy, and I'm not going to show any of this on video because I know it will bother a lot of people. And like I said, there's a lot of other videos on YouTube that you guys can watch on how to process chickens. We're just vlogging this and showing you guys, and want to say a special thank you to Yardbird for sending us the plucker and that awesome apron. If you guys would go check out their site, they got an awesome website. I will leave a link in the description below. And if you guys process these meat chickens, I'm telling you, you want one of these pluckers because it will save hours off the whole processing. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe. Don't forget to check out Yardbird, and leave a comment, like this video, and we'll see you next time.